talked about a modular floor, modular terminology before, and then a reference system before. Now we're going to go through the controlling reference system. So basically, controlling reference system is, you set a controlling system in your grid line. For example, you set between two planes, it's modular. Between two lines of grid lines, modular, but the next zone is non-modular. So this is something that need to be highlighted in the drawing of a modular coordination. So controlling plane, the first term is more controlling plane, a plane in a planning grid by reference to which the theoretical positions of structural elements are determined. So basically a plane where you control it. And then a controlling line is a line representing a key reference plane. So a controlling line, when you have a plane, a reference plane, for example, a ground floor plane. So a line representing that plane is called controlling line. And then you can have a controlling zone, a zone between key reference planes, provided for a floor, roof, load-bearing wall, or column. So basically, as we talked about earlier, when you have a two reference plane, and then floor to floor, for example, so that zone, that is called a zone, a controlling zone. When you control that zone, and you can have a modular controlling zone for that between that two planes. Controlling dimension is a dimension for that key reference plane. And then floor to floor height, this standard define that the floor to floor height is the height between the upper key reference plane, the upper part of a one floor, and the upper key reference plane of the floor immediately above. So basically between the upper reference plane and then the another upper reference planes of the floor, like first floor to second floor. But the floor to floor height is defined as the finished floor level to the finished floor level. So the same floor to floor height. But if you talk about if the term is floor to ceiling height, then that height is between the upper key reference plane of one floor and the lower key reference plane of the floor immediately above. For example, you have a finished floor, finished ground floor level, and then the upper when it is measured floor to ceiling height is the finished soffit level of the floor above, or the ceiling finishes, ceiling level of the second floor. So this is better represented in the graphic conventions. After this we're going to go through that in terms in visual. It's better to highlight, but you can go back to this terminology if you find it confusing or you forgot. It's floor to floor, floor to ceiling, and then floor to roof. And floor to roof is the height between the upper key reference plane of one floor and the upper key reference plane of the roof immediately above. So this is between the upper key, for example, finished floor level, finished first floor level, and then the upper key of the roof. So like a finished roof level. And then the next one is the component reference system, where you have coordinating plane, a plane by reference to which building component or assembly is coordinated with another. So basically a plane that we coordinated. Coordinating space is a space bounded by coordinating planes. So you have two planes of coordinating that is coordinated and then allocated to a building component or assembly, including allow for joints and tolerance. So basically a space of modular coordinated space. And then coordinating dimension and coordinating size is this the coordinating dimension. So next we're going to go through the term for building component sizing, and then we're going to go through graphic conventions to help you more understand the term that we have discussed before, the modular sizing, modular reference zone, and so on.